Part 2 of my health and fitness journey starts at the end of 2011 when I hired a personal trainer. Now, my goal was to get in shape for my dance team, but he actually convinced me to do a bodybuilding show. And I knew nothing about this world. I had no idea what I was in for, but he said that it would be a great goal to have in order to get in shape. And he said that I had the right look for it. I just knew that it was a competition and I'm pretty competitive, so I signed up. I was on board for it. What I didn't realize I was signing up for was for someone to judge my body. I guess I just didn't think of it that way. I just thought it was more a show of hard work, showing how much work you've put in to lose weight. I don't know. I think I just came into it with the wrong impression of what it was, but nevertheless, I trained my butt off. I loved training. I loved being active. I felt so strong and empowered. It tested me mentally and physically, and I just loved the challenge. I loved it so much that I decided I wanted to become a personal trainer. So I started working with clients at a big international gym. I didn't really coach my clients on nutrition because I didn't feel I was qualified to educate them on this. All I knew was my bodybuilding diet, which I wouldn't recommend to somebody that was just trying to lose weight and not doing a bodybuilding competition. So after a few months, I noticed that the gym was doing some shady things, and I decided to break out on my own and start my own business, mobile personal training. I had my car, I put some weights in the car, and I would drive around town all day long working with clients in their homes. I also worked at a wellness center where I learned a lot about supplements and chiropractic care and acupuncture and all of these beneficial holistic healing techniques that I've really carried with me throughout my entire practice. A few months later, so this was about May 2012, I decided to take my personal training full-time. So I was working full-time as a personal trainer and then part-time at the wellness center. I was very busy. And on top of this, I was doing my bodybuilding workout and eating regimen. To give you an idea of what that looked like, it was 45 minutes to an hour of fasted cardio in the morning. So I would wake up and go on the Stairmaster at my gym and just walk for 45 minutes to an hour. And it was so boring, but I was being told by my coach that this is the kind of thing that I needed to do. This is the discipline that I needed to have to win first place in my bodybuilding competition. Then after sometimes a 12-hour work day, I would then have to go back to the gym and do my strength training, which would also take about 45 minutes. Then sometimes after my strength training, I would have to do 20 minutes of high intensity interval training. I was probably working out 2.5 hours a day. That's just absurd. My bodybuilding diet looked like oatmeal in the morning with egg whites, a protein shake as a snack. My lunch and dinner were generally the same, so it would look like tilapia or cod, chicken or turkey, some kind of lean meat, asparagus, and sweet potatoes. I would also have a snack of either an apple and peanut butter or hummus and carrots or hummus and celery, and then I would end the day with another protein shake. After a 15-hour day of just going, I was completely exhausted. I didn't really realize what I was eating was just horrible. I was so undernourished. I was eating a maximum of 1,200 calories, and If you know anything about your body's metabolism, is that no human should be eating under 1,200 calories. When you hit 1,200 calories, your body actually goes into starvation mode. And it is very, very difficult for your body to function normally if you're eating anything under 1,200 calories. My metabolism was slowing down and my body was trying to hold on to weight because it was in starvation mode. But my coach kept dropping my calories down and down and down, and I ended up getting to about 500 calories right before my show. I remember the day of the competition after all of the awards had been given out, and I looked at my trainer and I said, "What do I do now?" And he just said, "Go have fun." So no guidance there. I just went out into the world and ate all of the food that I hadn't eaten in the past 9 months. I ended up gaining about 15 pounds in 2.5 weeks. And I didn't feel good about my body. I didn't feel confident in my body. I called up my coach and said, "What do I do now?" And he said, "Let's train for another competition." My body was so resistant to dieting down again, it just would not lose weight no matter what I did. I didn't know any better. He didn't know what he was doing, and he was destroying my body, basically. I didn't know any better, but I was absolutely frustrated. So I stopped working with him. I was super depressed at this time, and I was in a terrible relationship. My career started to suffer. Multiple areas of my life were suffering. I ended up working part-time with my personal clients and then part-time at a independent gym. I talked with the owner of the gym about what she thought I should do with my nutrition, and she said that I should do keto. Well, this definitely did not work for me because I love carbs, and I was not willing to cut out any one food group ever again. I wanted to find a way to be able to lose weight without cutting out any food. I think with keto, I actually gained 3 more pounds. So that just was not working for me. I know it works for some people, but for me, that was definitely not going to work. I had weighed more than I ever did before. I was super depressed. I started having thyroid issues. I had a failed relationship. The gym that I was working at was super sketchy as well. I was not getting paychecks for, I think, 6 weeks. So I quit that job and found a job at another wellness center. This experience actually was the second time in my career that my life changed. So I'll talk more about that in part 3, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.